Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Joya, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a paycheck breakdown of paycheck number 2, which was supposed to be on the 21st, you guys, but I got paid yesterday and I didn't even realize it until today when I went to go look at my numbers. That just goes to show how budgeting your money, getting a system going works, where I didn't even know I got paid and it wasn't an issue. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Again, I went back to my budget planner that I created in the free version of Canva, you guys. So for the income, y'all, this is my full time. I work as a medical billing supervisor. I work from home, and that amount was, without the change, $1,590. And this is a new number because I increased my 401k percentage at the beginning of the year, and because I get a semi-monthly paycheck, the paycheck amounts always fluctuate. So this is my first 10-day paycheck for the new year. So this is about $40 less than what my monthly budget is looking like for both of my paychecks, and I will link the video to that if you are interested. I probably won't be working with a lot of extra money and money for savings challenges, but we'll see. So getting into the expenses, rent is up first, and that is always $700. Y'all, $700 is for the month, but for this paycheck, it's gonna be only $350. So let me grab my white out. All right, $350 is the rent amount, and that is because I live with my mom. Next up is internet. My mom and I go half on this. So for this paycheck, is going to be a total of $46. And you guys, I just split my bills into two because most of them goes on my credit card. Cell phone is next. My mom pays for this and I transfer her the funds, and I believe cell phone is going to be back up to $80. So $40 for this paycheck. Car insurance. You guys, I have been trying to get my premium down because I work from home, and I contacted my insurance agent finally and just was like, hey, you know, I've been working remotely. Next up is life insurance, and that is going to get $17. And I just wanted to maybe see what options are out there for any possible discounts. Next up is my subscriptions. And for this paycheck, I'm going to be budgeting $43 for that because it comes out to about $86.03. And long story short, he was like, we pretty much did away with that. And my mom was like, yeah, that's probably because they were losing out on money during COVID and everybody was working from home. So he did mention, next up is YouTube TV. He mentioned I have State Farm, and it's the discount save and drive or something like that. It's an app, and pretty much they monitor how you're driving. And I was looking into it. YouTube TV, my mom and I go half on this as well. So for this paycheck, I'm budgeting $23, but this comes out of my credit card. So she transfers me her portion of it. And I looked on Reddit, and just looking at what people were saying, I'm thinking that I'm not going to do it and just be thankful that I can afford my car insurance with the price that it is now. Gas. So going into my variable expenses, gas is getting $25 this paycheck. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Groceries is getting $150. Household is also getting $25, and then pets is getting $15. And I usually have these categories already written out, but I forgot you guys, so I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and add this amount up. All right, so the amount for the expenses for this paycheck is $819. Subtracting that from the $1,590 gives me $771 remaining. Now, you guys, I followed the conscious spending plan by Remit, and this unexpected is an additional 15% from the total expenses. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and do 819 times 15%, and that is 122.85. However, the budget for the month is 250, and last paycheck I did 125. So 125 is going to be unexpected. We'll get 125, and that category is my emergency fund. I wanted to give unexpected actual category for, because I tried to have just a miscellaneous and y'all ended up spending that, and I'm trying to get to this goal. So 771 minus 125, we have 646 remaining. Now for my savings, this is for my short to midterm savings and medical is getting, I budgeted for 160 for the month, and I have been doing this, I have been splitting it between medical and vacation. However, I do have savings challenges that I specifically have for vacation, so I'm going to put it was 325 is what I budgeted for the month. And last paycheck I did 165. So medical is going to get the remaining 160. And the reason I'm not doing vacation is because, you guys, this trip that my boyfriend and I are going on next week, and the Mexico trip that we are going on for my birthday / our anniversary, he has covered everything, the flights, the hotels, what we're doing in Oklahoma City, and then we are staying at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. So yeah, so I was like, let me go ahead and focus on getting this medical category back up to the 3,700. And I picked that number because I have a high deductible plan. I don't have a regular copay. I wanted to have my entire out-of-pocket max covered for the year, so that when I go to my doctor's offices, I already have that taken care of. So 646 minus 160 leaves me with $486. And we're gonna go up to the guilt-free spending. The first category up in there is my blessings, which is 10% of my take-home pay. So that is going to be $159. Next up is my giving, and I use this money to give to the homeless on the street, and I get this money out in cash, and that's going to be $30. Next is personal. That currently has $87 in it. I'm going to come back to that. So this is kind of where I really got to do the math. Birthday is getting $35. That's what I have to get every month to get to my goal of 500. I'm sorry, every paycheck to get to my goal of 500. Gifts, I will come back to that as well. Family time, I will come back to, as well as date night. And self-care. Annual always gets $12, and the next thing that is coming out of annual is my my car registration fee, which I think it's about $115. So if I'm right, that's the same amount from last year, so we'll be good there. And then my mom, no matter what, always gets $50. And this is to help her with her debt since, you know, I'm staying here and I'm only paying $700 in rent and only paying for a few bills. This is my way of being like, thank you so much. Because listen, there are people out here who are staying with their parents and they are paying a lot more and paying for all of the things. So this is my way of saying thank you. So what I'm going to do is there's 486 minus 159 minus 30 minus 35 minus 12 minus 50. All right, so we're working with $200. And actually, it might be a little bit less than that because my guilt-free budget for the entire month was $1,045, and last paycheck I budgeted $581. So 464 is really what I'm working with. So 464, I just want to stay within that number. So 178 is what I'm working with. So let me get my guilt-free binder. All right, so I really don't go into my binders like that. So I know I just did an unstuffing, but I don't really know what's in here because I don't have trackers. Then yeah. So let's see, personal has 50, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87. And I don't like having my envelopes ending in anything other than a 5 or a 0. So I am going to do, I'm actually not going to do anything for family night because I do know that that has 80 in there. And that's good for now because I don't have anything planned anytime soon. And if we do anything, then that's more than enough to cover that. Let me look at self-care really quickly. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but this is the process that I take to figure out what I'm gonna do. All right, so there's 106 in here, so I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm actually, y'all, I'm just gonna do $4 to get that to 110. But since we were here, let's just go to date night. 50, 70, 85. Let me go ahead and do 15 here to bring it to $100. And more than likely I want to pay for something while we're out on our trips because he covered everything. I want to be able to do something, but also, listen, I won't if I don't have to. So $15 is going to go into date night to bring that to 100. So 174 minus 15 brings me to 159. Gifts. Oh no, I said family time was skipping gifts. 50, 105. So I honestly only need $45 to put into here to cover the 3 birthdays for the rest of the quarter. I try to do my gifts on a quarterly basis. So I am going to do $20 for gifts and then do the remaining 20 for the last paycheck of March because the last birthday for March is after that paycheck. So I'm gonna do $20 for this paycheck and then $20 for the paycheck on the 7th. And oh wait, technically I can do 3 since I have 3 paychecks, so I can do instead 40 divided by 3. What makes sense? Maybe 10? Yeah, I'll do 10 this paycheck, 10 the paycheck of the 7th, and then the remaining 20 I'll do that on the last paycheck of March. All right, so that was 159 minus 10. I still have 149 to work with. And is that all about to go towards my personal? Hold please. Okay, no, that is not all going towards personal because, and I'm going to change this starting next month. Technically, emergency should be getting 170 because of the way that I calculated. I want to save up $1,000 per quarter to get to my goal for the end of the year, and that means at least $170 a month. I'm sorry, at least $170 a paycheck. So let me 170 minus 125, so $45 needs to come out of that 149 so I can make sure I keep on track with the emergency. So I am gonna be left with 104. But I do want to do some savings challenges, or will I just not do savings challenges this time around? I just won't have any savings challenges this time around, which is fine because so far I have $502 in my savings challenges bucket, which I created in a new bucket with Capital One, and there's 502 in there, so that's plenty. So I'll put the remaining 104 in my personal. All right, so this should all equal 464. Okay, it does not. Oh, that's because 45 is going to emergency. Okay, so minus 45. So that's 419, which means we should have 45 remaining. Oh Lord, what did I do? 486 minus 419. So technically this should be 441. And not, okay, so then maybe I do have something that I can put over to savings challenges. So 486 minus 419, that's 67. Extra is going into emergency. 45. So then I'll have $22 to put into my savings challenges. So, and this is where the zero-based budgeting comes into play. Everything should equal zero. So income 1590 minus 819 for expenses, minus 125 for emergency, minus 160 for short-term savings, minus 419 for guilt-free spending, minus 45 for extra, minus 22 for savings challenges. It gives me a nice $0 balance. So, all right. This is what this budget is going to be looking like. And what I'll do is, since the savings challenges is only $22, I've been working with about 100, 200, 300. Since this is so small, I will just do my savings challenges with my regular cash stuffing. There's no point in me making a video just for $22. So I'll do this all together, and yeah, the next video will be my cash stuffing, you guys. So I want to continue to incorporate the paycheck breakdown because this is how we get the numbers for the nice aesthetic cash stuffing videos, you guys. This is a very important step. You all have a great weekend. Whenever you guys see this, I hope you have a good weekend, a good week, day, night, whatever. And you guys, I will see you in the next one. All right, take care of yourselves. Peace.